The first card we have here is You Can't Handle the Truth. This card brings a firm and intense energy, pointing to a masculine who has been holding back significant and possibly life-changing information from the divine feminine. There's a heaviness to this energy, as if the weight of this truth has been pressing on them for a while now. It seems this person may have recently pulled back their energy. Communication between you could be strained or even non-existent at the moment, leaving you wondering what's happening on their end and what caused this shift. Despite the physical or emotional distance, it's clear that you both still think about each other a lot. From the very beginning, this connection was incredibly intense. When you first met, it felt as though you already knew this masculine deeply. The bond was organic, effortless, and perfect, almost too perfect. This masculine energy is deeply drawn to you, extremely attracted to you, and there's something about the way your energies interact that feels harmonious, almost as if you are perfectly matched. It's a highly compatible connection. However, something occurred in the recent past that seems to have shifted the dynamic. Your person feels unsettled internally, and you, divine feminine, may sense this on an energetic level. Depending on how in sync you are, you may notice subtle changes in their words, actions, or energy. The connection feels deeply intertwined, almost as if you can feel each other's emotions. Your person has been grappling with something internal, something they've been keeping hidden for a long time. They're ready to tell you this truth, but there's hesitation. They're uncertain if you'll be open to hearing it, and this fear is holding them back. Deep down, they worry that this revelation might be something you can't handle. However, this belief might be a projection of their own fears and doubts. It's not that they truly believe you're incapable of handling the truth, it's that they're unsure of how you'll react. They fear it could potentially change everything. This is an emotional and vulnerable energy. Your masculine feels that your connection has been moving in a positive direction, growing stronger and more aligned. However, this truth they've been carrying feels like a burden. They're worried it could set things back or shift the course of your relationship entirely. For now, they're justifying their silence by telling themselves you're not ready to hear it, but this may be more about their own lack of readiness. If you're wondering how your person currently feels about you, you are the only thing on their mind right now. They're constantly questioning how you would react if they were to tell you everything they've been suppressing, everything they've been feeling nudged to share. This truth seems deeply personal, tied to their journey or a part of themselves they've been withholding from you for a very long time. They've been preparing to tell you, but finding the right words feels nearly impossible. This is not something light, it's heavy, emotional, and likely tied to a significant part of their life or identity. They fear the impact this truth could have on you, on them, and on your connection as a whole. The next card is I Can't Forget What You Said That Day. There's a clear indication of a pivotal moment in the recent past when an exchange occurred between you and your masculine. Something about your energy during this interaction was profoundly different, calm, composed, yet deeply intuitive. I'm sensing that you, as the divine feminine, picked up on something in their energy that didn't sit right, and you chose to confront it directly. You made it clear to them that you wanted the truth. Whether this awareness came from tangible evidence or a strong intuitive nudge, your inner voice wouldn't let it go, and you had no choice but to address it. This confrontation wasn't born out of anger, but out of genuine concern. You could sense that something was bothering your person, something indirectly affecting your connection, and you wanted to bring it to light. This seems to involve an external energy, a person, place, or situation tied to your masculine. The moment you sensed it, you brought it up, aiming to clarify and address the issue. Your energy in this situation was straightforward and no nonsense. You embody a divine feminine energy that values clarity and transparency. When something affects your life, happiness, or well-being, you're unafraid to put it on the table and discuss it openly. This approach helps you determine whether it's something you're willing to deal with. However, when you confronted your person, they weren't entirely forthcoming. They either withheld the full truth or gave you partial information, leaving you feeling like there was more to the story. This lack of clarity didn't sit well with you. The fact that you even brought this up caught them completely off guard, and it hasn't sat right with them ever since. That moment was monumental for your masculine. It shook them to their core because it made them realize just how deeply you could see into them. You were the first person to look beyond the surface, seeing the truth they were trying to hide. This realization set you and this connection apart in their eyes. It revealed to them how tuned in you are as a divine feminine, someone who just knows things, even without all the information being presented. This confrontation likely caused an adverse reaction in your masculine. It shook them emotionally, and they may have pulled back their energy afterward. This could even be the catalyst for any current separation or lack of contact. Despite the distance, your masculine wants you to know that they haven't forgotten what you said that day. In fact, they hold on to your words tightly, even if you're unaware of how deeply they resonate with them. Your masculine doesn't forget anything you say. They process your words carefully, holding them close to their heart. But what happened during that exchange went beyond words. It activated something within them. It caused a major internal and spiritual shift, a realization that nothing has been the same since. Simply by saying, "I see you," you caused them to view both themselves and you in a new light. What's even more fascinating is that, in that moment, they also saw you clearly. This was a profound exchange for both of you, though each experienced it in different ways. It was as if the connection deepened and expanded in ways neither of you could fully articulate. Right now, this masculine is in an emotional and reflective state. If you are energetically bonded, even at a distance, you may be picking up on their emotions intensely. This is because they are processing and preparing to express what they've been holding back. What they're readying themselves to share is tied to an external energy, whether it's a person, situation, or habit that has been weighing on them heavily. This exchange from the past was far more significant than either of you may realize. It catalyzed a shift in your connection, and your masculine is still coming to terms with the depth of what happened that day. The last card is "I'm healing from my past." If this message resonates with you, it's clear that your masculine has been hiding parts of their past. They assumed that you wouldn't be able to handle this side of them because it's so vastly different from the person they are today, the version of themselves you've come to know. In relationships and connections, we often meet people at different stages of their journeys, and this is how your masculine feels about themselves right now. They've worked hard to suppress this part of their past, but they've remained tied to it, whether physically, energetically, emotionally, or mentally. Unaddressed issues from the past always find a way to surface, and this has been indirectly affecting not only your person, but also your connection. When you brought this to their attention, it caused a massive shift in their perspective. Perhaps you noticed subtle changes in their energy, something that felt off, and you couldn't ignore it. Whether you approached the situation casually or directly, it was your intuition that drove you to speak up. You may have simply asked if everything was okay or if there was something they wanted to talk about. Your approach was graceful and empathetic, yet impactful. This moment was significant. Your masculine realized that they couldn't keep suppressing their past because it was not only affecting them, but also the foundation of what they were trying to build with you. What stands out most is that you made them feel like this was something you could handle, even when they didn't believe it themselves. This realization made them reflect deeply on your journey as the divine feminine. They wondered about the experiences you've been through in your own life, to be able to identify so clearly with the part of them they've tried so hard to hide. The fact that you saw this side of them, without them explicitly revealing it, left them in awe. It made them think about who you are on a much deeper level. Your connection feels predestined, something that clicked effortlessly and quickly. While you and this masculine may have taken different paths in life, you share a similar energetic resonance. This allows you to pick up on things they haven't expressed, sensing what's happening behind the scenes even when they try to mask it. Your masculine is someone who has mastered the art of masking emotions, appearing calm and composed on the outside while carrying significant emotional turmoil within. Yet, as a divine feminine, you naturally see through this facade. Without even trying, you seem to access truths that others overlook. Your intuition is powerful, and you've likely learned to trust it because time and time again, it's proven to be correct. Beyond your intuition, there's something deeply healing about your energy. Whether in friendships, romantic connections, or other relationships, people are drawn to your nurturing and soothing presence. This ability to comfort and heal is part of what sets you apart. Your masculine, however, is dealing with something very heavy from their past. This could be generational trauma, a cycle they've been trapped in, or deeply ingrained emotional wounds. The weight of this has been with them for a long time. That moment you called it out, the day you confronted them, plays over and over in their mind. You push them to begin a massive healing cycle, forcing them to confront what they've been avoiding. Your insight made them realize that if you could sense this unresolved part of their past, then it's still a part of them, and it still has the potential to affect their future. They now see the importance of addressing it, not just for themselves, but also for the connection they want to build with you. Right now, they are processing a lot. They're reflecting on their past, their present, and their future, all while trying to heal. Your impact on them has been transformative, and they're beginning to understand the depth of the changes they need to make, not just for you, but for their own growth and freedom. If you don't forget, then write in the comments about how your day went. I will definitely read it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe channel.